Welcome to another episode of One Pot Meals with Kate. That's me. We are going to make one of my favorite Chinese snacks, Chinese tea eggs. The thing I love about it is once you make a pot of Chinese tea eggs, you can snack on it or you can add it to Chinese dishes. So if you're making beef noodle soup or if you're making even the pork belly soup. So having tea eggs around makes a great complement to other Chinese dishes you're making. First thing we have to do is put all the eggs in the pot. I have a dozen regular white eggs. Feel free to use any kind of eggs you have. I happen to have large white eggs this time. Next, we're going to cover the eggs with water. You want to make sure that the eggs are in the pot in one row, meaning you don't have eggs stacked on top of each other. They're all touching the bottom of the pot. So if you want to put more than 12, you can. You can see based on my pot, I could probably put 4 or 5 more eggs in here. Now once you've got the eggs covered, turn the stove on, bring it to a boil, and then I'll let it cook for about 5 minutes and then turn the stove off. The pot is boiling. I'm going to turn this off. And however you boil eggs, just go with it. You don't have to do what I'm doing. I like to bring it to a boil and let it go for a few minutes and then turn it off. Now I'm going to let the eggs sit for about 10 minutes. I'm going to scoop out all the eggs into the bowl and just let it cool for a little bit. The reason I'm scooping them out to let them cool is because I need to crack them a bit. I am going to dump a little bit of the water out because we don't need as much of it. I'd say I dumped out about half the water. Now, while the eggs are cooling, I'm going to add all the seasoning that makes this a Chinese tea egg. Now, I don't have any Chinese black tea. I'm going with 2 bags of English thyme black tea. Now, if you like jasmine tea or green tea, you can use that as well. Got 2 black tea bags. I'm going to add 2 bay leaves. Got a couple of star anise. Now if you like this flavor, feel free to add more. I'm going to put, let's see, I'll put 3 in. It's more like 2 because the two of those pieces are broken. So it's 2 full pieces of star anise. I only have gluten-free soy sauce. The thing that gives it the dark marble brown flavor to the eggs is the dark Chinese soy sauce. I don't have any of that. We haven't seen an Asian market in a while. So I'm just going to use regular gluten-free soy sauce. If you have dark soy sauce, do a half and half mix. I'm curious to see how this is going to turn out and if we're going to get some good marbling out of this. I'm going to put about half a cup of soy sauce in here. Okay, once the eggs are cool enough for you to handle, crack it as if you're going to crack a boiled egg and peel it, but don't take the shell off. So just crack these and drop them in. I usually make about a dozen of these at a time. I've done 2 dozen. It depends really on how often you're going to eat these, and I don't know how long they'll keep. Well, we usually devour them pretty quickly. But I would guess that you could probably keep these in the fridge for up to a week. I've got all 12 eggs ready to go. Drop them in the pot here. Turn the stove back on. And I'm going to bring the base to a simmer. So the eggs are already cooked and now we're simply flavoring the eggs with the tea, the anise, the bay leaf, and the soy sauce. I am going to give the pot a little bit of a swirl. I love the smell. Something about that black tea mixed with the anise, it just smells really good. Alright, so we'll let that come to a simmer. We'll shut it off and let it marinate. You can already see the eggshells have taken on the color of the soy sauce. Now I'm going to turn the stove off, let the eggs sit in the mixture for about 8 to 10 hours. Halfway through, I'll give the eggs a turn just so they can get marinated equally on all sides. See that nice color these eggs have picked up? Now you can let these sit longer. Since I prefer a stronger flavor, I'm going to fish out a couple of eggs, peel them so you can see what the marbling looks like, and also give Joe a couple. I'm gonna let the rest sit overnight. So if you can, make these the night before and let them sit overnight, then fish them all out of the pot, peel them, and then store them in the refrigerator. This is what the tea egg looks like once it's been soaking for about 6 hours. It will get a little bit darker if you let it sit overnight. And the reason we cracked it is, see, all the cracks that we made around the egg have created this beautiful marble on the tea egg. Let's take a taste. It is slightly salty from the soy, and you can get a little hint of the anise and the black tea. These are a wonderful snack, and if you have someone or know someone who gets hangry, these are the perfect snack to have around. I really hope you enjoy these Chinese tea eggs. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.